Okay, I'm back on that bite in the ass comment. Good place to jump in the conversation.
Yeah.
Um, One thing I will say is, there are a lot of different things that can affect your trading, and it's real crucial to try to keep yourself level-headed. The thing that I've done recently that I'm consciously working on correcting is just better managing the trades in this room. I had a trade yesterday. I can't remember what pair, but it was the one where I was experimenting with the robot and had my stop in, and my rule is always honor your stop. And I bailed out of the trade early, and sure enough, the damn thing went, you know, as usual, when you get out of the trade, it goes 100 pips in your direction. And that was more management than anything else. So there are a lot of different things that can occur to affect your short-term thinking on some of these trades. And being honest with yourself is absolutely crucial. And not being so quick to blame the market or, they're hunting my stops and all that other nonsense. And it's being honest with yourself is really the most difficult. What the hell happened here? Was that a dollar-based thing? Look at, get this out of the way. Okay, we got a fresh long trade here on the dollar yen. Uh, and that looks like a pretty decent setup. The candle's not closed. I'm going to stay with this system today. That was the other thing I did where I was bouncing from one system to another and actually missed a couple of trades. That would have been the 1889 entry would have been right here. All right. Not much in that pair
You've not
anyway.
got room to the top on that trade, Lou, have you?
Well, we need to break these highs.
Yeah.
Until we break these highs, that's another issue. Plus, we're four candles deep. There's no point in me getting in this trade right here, only to see it pull back and take that unnecessary ride. But we are massively strong here in our with these other indicators here. We just let me go out to a higher time frame. Yeah, I
We're in,
see.
we're in, a, we're in an uptrend anyway, so,
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to go long. Just on a 5 minute, I would wait for a pullback and see what that you know leads us to. But let me start. Let me start with a naked chart. Pound chef. That was that trade where I placed that. I was experimenting with the robot. Go back, pound chef. Yeah, that was right here. And as you can see, I went long, then decided to get out before it hit my stop. You see, my stop is here, and it certainly would have given me my take profit. But that was a management issue. Wasn't the not seeing, the entry or whatever. Let's go to 1 hour chart. Let's start work our way down. Squeeze this in a little bit. I don't know. Squeeze it in a little bit. We've got a wedge here on the euro dollar. Now, because we're in a downtrend, my bias on this is going to be short. And what are we looking at here? Nope, it's from this one. Oh no, it's from this one actually. Yeah, we're looking at 50 pips. All right, so I we might try to take this as a set and forget for later. Uh, and put that up here. Oh, the popcorn machine is going early today.
just a bit of hyper scalping.
We got to rent some movies, man. We're gonna be making all this popcorn. So, so that's our euro dollar there. I'm gonna leave that up at the top of the list. Euro yen is big ass price trap right here. This big white candle. All right, and we've got another one here and a possible one here, but we need to see where this candle closes, and that won't be until 9 o'clock. If this candle closes again in here, then we'll have this price trap. I can put the box on it anyway, but we need to see the this current candle close. All right, CAD yen. Uh, Only thing I see is this range right here. All right, and it's been there, got in here, and then it's been bouncing around for a while. So the obvious play on this would be short, but we're making, piano keys here, so that's still indecisive. We can come back to that later. Aussie yen, similar situation here, where we have, this is where I would pick this high, take this little shelf here, and this is where I'd put my low. Same situation on the yen, so wonder if New Zealand yen looks the same. Nope, we got a break on that one. This is a decent pullback. Um, and I call it decent because the pullback stopped where it should have, right around this lone soldier here and this wick. And I'll go right up here to this wick. You see that? It's this pullback stopped where it should have. So let's take a look on New Zealand yen. I just want to see what that looks like on our strength meter. And New Zealand is 5 and yen is 4, not quite ready to pop yet. That's one that's worth keeping in the back of the mind. And it looks like it wants to come back down again. Pound dollar. Okay, well, pound dollar's got a range also, right there and there. It looks like it wants to come down and bounce off of this. We don't have this is a half-ass warning candle, but this wick should be higher. But that is a warning candle, and obviously price did turn, so the warning candle did its job. Let's look at Euro Aussie. Okay, Euro Aussie just made the turn on this W here. You see that big W? So that's a reversal there, but it's not clear enough for me. We're kind of price trappy on this one candle here, this white candle. Pound Aussie. A little bit of a bull flag, it looks like, and a range here too. Let's mark that up. And it looks like it tried to get out of the top and didn't. I want to catch a couple of these longer trades too. All right, pound yen. Very similar. What was pound dollar? Again, where was pound dollar? Oh, pound dollar's in a sideways range. Okay, and the other ones are in a more angled range. Maybe price trap here, but we need to see where this closes. Euro CAD, price trap, dollar yen. I think that was one we were looking at earlier. It looks like that same, no, it can't be the same wedge I drew from yesterday, but this whole thing, I got to remember those guys' names that were actually the wedge guys. But this is what they do. I'm just not keen on it, not one of my favorites. Dollar chef. No, I don't see anything there I'm thrilled about. You had the warning candle here, and price did turn around, so the warning candle did its job. The body is inside the wick. Dollar CAD.
And there was some sort of SNB shakeup in the middle of the night. I don't know what it was, but that's all the Swissy pairs look like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's there's CAD news in a little over an hour.
Let's look at the other Swissy pair since you mentioned that. Wow, this looks like it wants to go short too. Nice downtrend. Spread isn't bad either. Let's look at New Zealand dollar. Oh, that looks nice. And this is another one where the pullback stopped where it should have, right at this lone soldier and this guy. So this should give us a nice leg down. So let's move New Zealand dollar up here to the top. We'll stop there, close this, and we're going to come back here. And let's take a look at New Zealand dollar. Oh, it already gave us a signal. Shit. Now the way this is, well, I don't want to confuse systems, but I'm, waiting for another entry here. But the way this works, we may not get another entry for a while unless we go to an 1889. But this does look like it wants to come back down here and test this pivot. That's about 10 pips. And a 2.5 pip spread. Let's look at euro dollar now. Waiting for a break out of this diamond. It's come back inside again. And I didn't really draw this correctly. There should be.
Well, you've got time to explain that how that diamond works. You don't think you've done that actually?
Okay, just to.
Or if you have, I missed it.
Yeah, real quick and dirty. It's relatively simple. I can make it more complicated, but I won't right now. But what happens is prices expand, like a reverse wedge,
Yeah.
and then they collapse and make a traditional wedge, and it makes a diamond shape.
Mm-hmm.
And your target will usually be this much of the diamond. I'm just going to draw it straight down for now.
Yeah.
So when it breaks, that's what you're looking at. Now these may take a while to unfold, and you sometimes will need a slightly larger stop, but it is one of those patterns that doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it tends to be pretty reliable, very similar to divergence. You don't see them on every chart, but when you do see them, under the right circumstances, they can be pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we go back to the euro dollar 1 hour, we can see if there's a clue for the breakout. And again, my bias on this would be short, okay, because we do have a wedge on the 1 hour. And because we are in a significant downtrend, we tried to make a new high up here, which we did, but we didn't make a second high up here to keep this uptrend going. So if you can't make a new high and you can't make a new low, we end up with the wedge. So my bias on this wedge would be short. All right, so it could bounce here, come back up in here, because I like for the wedge to break out in the last quarter of the shape. Oh boy, that's weird how that gives you that. This looks like a oh God, not a parallelogram. This side of this box looks narrower than this side of the box because of how these lines are drawn.
Yeah, it does.
That optical illusion, yeah. So I'd like to see the final bounce in the last quarter of the box. All right, and this is a bit of an anomaly. Usually you get the largest candle in a wedge is back here somewhere, and you never get another candle that large for the rest of the wedge. This is definitely not usual. This candle normally appears back here somewhere. All right, so euro dollar bias is short. We'll come back to that. Oh, what was New Zealand dollar? Oh, New Zealand dollar obviously was the pullback and the drop short. All right, so that makes a little bit of sense in that the dollar is the base pair, the cross pair rather, on these both of these, and they're both indicating short, so it could be a sign of dollar strength on both of those. So let's come back here. And well, the dollar is at 6, so the dollar is certainly strong this morning. All right, and let's look at the Aussie dollar since that's the most obvious pair here. Oh, this is the one where, yeah, I would like to get another signal on it. And this is just blood red. Let's go down to a 1 minute. Let me see if this is close enough to take a trade. Nope. And let me see from here. That's only 1.5 pips plus 1.6. It's kind of chasing it a bit. And this is 2 candles. I don't know if I want to take this ride just yet. If I go in here, this will go down and then probably pull back. And that looks like a lot because it's a 1 minute candle. So it's like, hey, look, this thing is taking off and it's just moved 2 pips. Okay, so we don't have anything on the 1 minute either. On the 1889, this would have been our trade right here, the open of this candle. And again, I just don't chase trades anymore. I'd rather let this pull back. So we'll sit and stalk this Aussie dollar for a minute and wait for an entry here.
Looks good on the CSM.
Yeah, it does. It does. And with blood red here, so all the indicators are clearly pointing down. Let's go back to the 5 minute. And this is our turning point here, this S2. We cracked this S2. We're off to the races. But this pair hasn't given us a lot of range anyway. See that? I mean, that looks like a long run, but if we measure down here, it's only 60 pips. And that's for the entire day. So it's not like this thing is really explosive. Our stacks, our stochastic is oversold. So this could give us a bounce right here at S2 to turn back up since we've equaled yesterday's range. But that remains to be seen. Let me see what else we have here. We have the Aussie dollar, and let me see, pound, and nothing else. New Zealand. Okay, maybe pound New Zealand. Let's take a look at that. And we don't have that. All right, look at pound Aussie then. That looks pretty good. We still got to get to this S2 though. At 17 pips, I could see it challenging that S2 for sure. Let's go down to a 1 minute, see if we're within a couple of pips of an entry. There was our entry long. Ah, boy, this thing really gives good signals when it gives them. But we're in the middle of this pullback here, so. And as you can see on the 1 minute, we're overbought. So pound Aussie looks good. Let's take a look at Euro Aussie then. Yeah, Euro Aussie took off too. Let's go back to the 5 minute. Okay, we got a pop up on pound dollar. On dollar yen rather. No entry here, and I'm just waiting for an entry on these arrows. And I don't want to mix it up with the 1889 because and you could if you want. Don't go by me necessarily on that, but I just know how I've always gotten in trouble. Okay, so this looks like it was giving us a signal down, but that may not have much energy to it. All right, so let's go back here. All right, so that wants to go up there. That's the euro dollar just gave us a 5 minute tag, but it's tagged this S1, I mean this pivot point. Look at all those wicks at the pivot. And let me see, how far are we from the pivot to here? It's only 5 pips. All right. Not worth the the AJIT at the moment. Come back to New Zealand, still no entry here. And still no entry here. Oh, it's 1889. And we got the curl up here right near this S1. Oh, you know, since we're working with such a tight time frame, I may just do this on the 1 minute chart Friday. Just a reminder, I won't be here tomorrow. That's another, that's only 3 pips. That's a new candle. B-bands on CAD yen. Let's take a look at CAD yen. Oh, we're on CAD yen. All right, so this gave us a long signal here, but it's dancing around. That's the 1 minute. Okay. And again, these pairs haven't moved very much. We got room here with the New Zealand dollar, but my thinking is the New Zealand dollar short. If anything, it would just be slow moving because there's not much difference on the CSM. And it should stop up in here or in here if it doesn't tag this. Let's go back to euro dollar. 5 minute, we're looking, well, I'm thinking short because of the higher time frame chart on euro. Euro yen, we got this wedge thing, another diamond here on euro yen. You see how prices expanded, you know, to the top and bottom and then collapsed in on each other? Same situation. And this CAD yen looks pretty good. They're more than 2 apart, which is good. But no signal here.
Lou, wouldn't your JJN Indy give you a good heads up on which ones to be looking at?
It probably would. Then it just ends up being more stuff on the chart to look at.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. But for you, you know, if you use it and it works for you, then go ahead. But I prefer to just have fewer things and just learn how to read what price is doing. It's a personal preference. Doesn't mean it's better. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of personal preference. Okay. Aussie yen is really basically short, so if this stays, I want to wait for an arrow to come back the other way. And I'm not going to change the background color. I used to do all that stuff too. Okay, here we go. We got this bounce off of this. Now this would be a hyper scalp right here, this bounce right here. And you'd come down, probably back down here to get a few pips. But that's certainly a hyper scalp on that New Zealand. And a twin tower. And good morning, Robert. Not sure which Robert this is. Can you speak, Robert, or type something in so we know? Okay, so euro dollar we're not going to bother with because we're waiting for a short there. Robert? Wait a minute, what was that?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you?
Oh, good. I just had a little problem with the web browser, and I had to download the desktop app for the GoToMeeting.
Okay. How'd you find your way here?
I was through the YouTube link.
Oh, I didn't know that the thing was in the YouTube link. Okay, you learn something every day.
Yeah, it was probably it was in the about tab on on your YouTube channel.
Okay. My reason for taking this trade, guys, is that we didn't have a fresh arrow, but price had come back to the original point of this arrow. Did you see that at the time I entered this trade? Everybody clear on that? Any questions on that? How'd you find the YouTube channel, by the way?
Talking to me.
Yes, Robert.
Um,
Oh, this thing
I
is
was
just
referred to it from a friend.
okay. I didn't put a stop in here. Let me just see something here. Oh, let me go back here. All right, it's 13 bucks. I'm not gonna drop dead over it. Okay, that's cool. Who referred you to the room?
Daryl.
Oh, okay. So we know who to blame now.
Yeah.
But it's good to see you here.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay, so let me put in a stop and all that. I think I have to close this in order to do that. Does everybody understand why I put that trade where I did? I'm gonna go up 10 pips.
Okay. Go over it again, would you, Luke, please?
Yeah, I missed it, to be honest, Lou.
Okay. What happened was I entered the trade on this candle, this red candle.
Yeah.
All right. Now there's no arrow here to indicate that we've broken that middle B band. But what happened was at the point at where this price was right at the entry point of the original candle that signaled this
Okay.
downtrend.
Right.
So price came right back to it. So then I took the trade there. You follow me? So
Yeah.
my price entry was here, and the difference from here to there was the spread.
Right.
All right, so a little bit risky, but you know, I'm shouldn't say I'm getting a little bit bored, but sometimes you get anxious. You know, you want to make a move on something.
There we go.
Yeah, well, let's hope it just keeps going.
Mm.
So now Euro Aussie down, Euro dollar down, pound Aussie down. So now let me put in a take profit. I'll put the take profit down here. Remember, it's a 1 minute chart, so it's only going to be like a 3 or 4 pip take profit. Um, let's go take a look at euro dollar. All right, might be breaking that bottom diamond there. All right, and euro Aussie was the other one that was down. All right, well that's bouncing right off of this. I'm not going to chase that. And we had pound Aussie short. Same thing. They both bounced right off of here. And this would be a great 1889 entry here, but we're not going to chase it. What kind of trader do you consider yourself, Robert?
I'm just learning the scalping,
Oh, okay.
so I'm looking at 5 minute and 1 minute charts.
Okay, good. Right time, right place. Um, just try to follow along. If there's, if you have a question, feel free to ask.
Okay.
We have our own terminology for things in the room. So if you hear us say something that you haven't heard, um, definitely speak up.
All right.
Okay, so this is cool now. So now we've got this bit of a pullback here, and we've got a lot of room left on CAD yen. All right, so now I'd like to see the fresh arrow coming back the other way. That would be good. Let's move CAD yen up. Move it over euro dollar since it's a little bit more important. And we've got this euro yen that we're in, so we'll put that there. Let me come back to that and just see if I need to. I've got a 10 pip stop. Let me go to euro yen. Let me look at the 1 hour chart. Usually, what we like to do is to get a bead on the 1 hour chart. What am I looking for? Euro yen. Yeah, where's euro yen? Oh, here it is. This looks more like a long signal than a short signal here. You see the three candles, the bodies are about the same size. And they're inside this body. That looks like a dump off trade. Someone's trying to unload a bunch of stuff here. And
Well,
this
that's
looks
your
like,
pattern you mentioned yesterday, isn't it?
yes, it is. But we need to see where this closes. If this closes back down here short, that's more than likely what's going on. And then we could get a blast off outside of this candle here. All right, man. You know, I took that euro yen trade because I just wanted to trade something. But sometimes you can sit here for a couple hours and not see anything good, especially if you're going to stick with the rules of your system. That's an important thing. If I was winging it, we would be in like 8 or 9 trades already. But I'm trying to stick with the rules. Looks like a good setup here, New Zealand dollar. I just need to see a fresh arrow here. That would be good. And this is good. Nice bounce off of the 55. Crossover of the 5-5. Crossover of our stocks. All right, so we just need to see what's going to happen here. EuroCAD is, oh, let me put this alert box here. EuroCAD, let's take a look at that. Where is EuroCAD? I don't know why I have a hard time finding these pairs here. I've got my glasses on. Oh. EuroCAD on 5-minute chart. Oh, okay, good. Well, maybe. That's just going to take us down to here. How far is it down to here? About 8 pips. And with a 4 pip spread, we'd have to put at least a 10 pip stop, I'm guessing. Yep, that's 9 pips. Back to that high. CAD yen. Let's take a look at CAD yen. Give us a long signal. Okay, so wait, this is CAD yen, right? Yeah. It was a CAD yen 5-minute. All right, so I'd like to, well, we don't have a blue arrow here, so we're not going to get a yellow one yet. Euro yen is, okay, now this is encouraging because we've got a fresh arrow here on euro yen now after that drawback. And how far away is my, gee, I can't see that. I need to pull this down a little bit. No, you don't. You're going to give me more than that. Was that 6 pips, it looks like? I'm not the only one making movie food. B-band's going down on euro yen. Is that where we are now? Yeah. All right, so we should be able to grab a couple out of this. Have you guys had over the weekend, if you guys can connect with each other and, talk about the group account, that would be good. Also in November, probably the week before and the week after Thanksgiving, I may not be around. Family's got plans and all that. So just be aware of that. And I don't know the exact dates because we don't know whose house we're going to and all this other nonsense. The joys of being married. but I wouldn't trade it actually. Let's go back to euro dollar. Okay, fresh short on euro dollar. This one I'd like to jump on at the close of this 5-minute candle. Because now we've got like a full can. Oh, this is the other thing too. With certain patterns, there's a certain way I want to see candles close. Like on these diamond patterns, I'd like to see, and I'm going to say this carefully, I'd like to see a full candle close below the trend line and no part of that candle touching the trend line. You with me on that?
Yep.
All right, there's our short trade.
None of the candle closing.
None yet, none of the candle touching the trend line. That particular thing comes in on something else that I used to do, and maybe we'll cover that next week, another scalping system. But the trick is the whole candle. Excuse me?
Said you got another scalping system?
Oh, I've got a bunch of them, but I can't teach them all at one time. And
I know that. Yeah.
if I'm going to show you this, then I need to trade this. Again,
Yeah.
I see the 1889 trade right there.
Yeah.
No question about it. I see them all over the place, but that's not what we're trading today. And if I mix them up, then, you know, you might mix them up. Let me put in my stop in here. Let me move this out of the way. Yeah, there are a lot of ways to scalp the market. I'll give it a 10 pip stop and a 10 pip. But what I've learned is that one size doesn't fit all. And I see too many of these companies try to force you to fit their system, and it just may not fit. Doesn't mean it's a bad system. It's just not, you know, conducive to your way of thinking or whatever. Yeah. So I've come up with a lot of different ways of doing it. Somehow we got stuck on the 1889 and this, which is cool, but you know, we'll move on to other stuff, and we still haven't moved into special indicators yet.
And we haven't done your other B-bands one neither yet, where you put, you know, two different ones on.
Yeah. Correct. And we didn't follow through on George, which was the Heikinashi with 2 settings.
Yeah.
Similar to, so we've got stuff to get to. And I haven't spent much time on the longer term trades.
That euro dollar just will not come down to where I want it to.
Oh, where do you want it to come down to? We can all pray collectively.
I have a rule. I won't say I never break it, but
right.
If price is above the daily open line,
mm-hmm.
I don't short it.
Oh, okay.
I'm following that any candle Indy I sent you. I'm following the daily candle all the time. I don't go against the daily candle color.
Okay. Right now the daily candle color.
I won't say I never do, but
is it green? The daily candle color?
Yeah, just.
Oh, what's the name of that indicator?
Any candle.
Let me see if you sent it to me. I know you did, but it's not on this broker.
Yeah.
And I've got to clean up my.
On your chart. On your chart, it says pips to open -5, so your chart, you're just under.
Yeah. Well, right. And as you guys know, me and math sometimes don't correlate. There's certain things I got locked in my brain, like my position sizes and stuff. Yeah, so we're 4 pips below the open right now, is what this is saying. Right?
Well, mine's above the open, so.
So maybe this -4 means 4 pips above the open?
No, you're right. I'm just saying that your hours are different than his hours, so your open is different.
Oh, okay, got it. The other thing that we do, Robert, was we try to pay attention to position size. We give ourselves a $200 daily loss. All right, so if we take trades and we lose collectively $200, we're done for the day. It's happened a couple of times, but we've always gotten every penny back.
Okay.
Plus some. So I'm not afraid of stops occurring on a trade. I'm not afraid of spreads. Now, I'm not saying you should be the same way, but I'm, explaining me.
Right.
I'm not saying that that's gospel and all that. You do what works for Robert. But
Okay.
we've learned a lot from each other, which is the big advantage of how we interact in this room.
Mm.
Um, all right, let's just run down the list here. There's nothing I can do about these. I have my stops in 1010. I've got my stop in on this euro yen. They're both euro on the base cross pair, on the base pair. I said it backwards before. So that makes sense. Both euros should be going short. All right. But if we look at euro dollar, it's about 2 points apart on the CSM. And if we look at euro yen, it's about 2 points. So what that means is that it's going to be kind of choppy and not in a hard, fast, straight line. Okay, so when these numbers are close together, it means you're going to get some chop.
Lou, I got a currency meter from Michael, and it's okay. This one you have here and the ones I'm used to are basically tied to the daily open, daily close, whereas the one he's got, it's got a quicker setting on it. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know how to read the code, but it will show changes more quickly than this will. So I mean, actually having the both to compare.
Right. Well, and, we also have the Cresotto that's working off of the CCI, I think it is. Was it CCI, Tony?
Commodity Channel Index, you mean?
Can't remember, Lou. I think it was CCI.
Yeah, and that was extremely fast.
Well, Williams percent R, I think, maybe as well.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to look at any of that code, Tony? I know you're at work and all that, so I'm not stressing on it.
But no, I haven't had the chance yet. I got a couple.
All right, yeah, no problem. And just to explain what I asked, no, I'll skip it. Wait until we have something to actually talk about. But both of these euros are going short, which makes sense here. And I don't know which broker has the Cresotto on it. Let's see what's on this demo account. Boy, I'm consistent. Every place I go, I got the same stuff on my charts. This has the dots and all that nonsense. Okay, so, I'm going to be just looking for the Cresotto. If anyone sees anything else interesting popping up, just give me a holler. B-band's going down. That's this one. New candle. Oh, I got the new candle alarm on something here. I need to turn that off. Let me just see. Nope, it's not on this broker. So let's close that. And once you're in these trades, sometimes they just take a long time to really unfold, and we've seen that happen a few times, which is why I always honor my stop. And it might not be, I might have taken that broker off of here. Okay, but let's just walk down the rest of the pairs now. I'll look for the Cresotto later. Or is it in here? No. I don't want to add it here because it's got to gather all the data and all that, so it'll be, way a bit off. Okay, so let's go back to CAD yen. Still don't have a signal here. Let's go to the when we still don't. This candle's not even closed yet. Okay, euro yen, euro dollar. That's what we're doing now. New Zealand dollar. And again, we won't get a new yellow arrow until we get a new blue one. Okay, going down on dollar yen. It should be okay. Dollar yen and Aussie yen are going opposite directions. Okay, dollar yen and Aussie yen are going opposite directions.
A lot of them are. I don't get it.
Well, going down on dollar yen 5 minute. Let's go take a look. Um, dollar yen 5 minute. That's down. And what was the other pair? Was going up on Aussie yen. Dollar yen going down. Aussie yen was going up. And it makes sense. They've got different base pairs, so there would be a slightly different reaction. We've got a pound yen signal here too. Pound yen going down. Okay, that would be right here, which wouldn't be a bad signal at all if it comes back. There we go. But we need to see that close. And this could easily give us a nice 10 pip run down to here. Because we've got the big turnaround and we've got our divergence that we like to see, where the oscillator went lower, but prices went higher. That occurred quite some time ago, but that would certainly lend us to feel a bit more secure about taking a short trade here, taking a short scalp. Let's see here. Okay, euro yen, euro dollars, a little bit of action here. Oh, 9:30. Maybe stock market open is causing it.
Yeah, 4 minutes to go.
Yeah. See euro yen. Oh no, it's doing its thing. It's going to give us that 3 or 4 pips, whatever it was we set it for. Should give it to us. And then euro dollar. Yeah, euro dollar. I'm still going to stay with the euro dollar based on that on the hourly chart. Let's go back to euro yen. And this gave us our take profit, but it never gave us the spread. And the spread widened from two and change to 3 and change. Robert, when you're scalping, what are your normal take profit targets?
Usually within 4 to 5 pips.
Okay, Robert, meet Michael. That's kind of Michael's shtick, and nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
Always a bit more conservative than
that. You know me too well, Daryl.
And as you can see, we've got our trades in, we got our stops in, and now it's just a matter of waiting. But the markets are just very, very slow this morning. And let me just see how much is this take profit. Can't really read it. Oh, 5 pips. Okay, that's what that is down there. Okay. I didn't know what.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Darren and Robert, just to give you a rundown of my trades today. They've been 1.5, 2.3, 1.5, 4.4, 2.8, and 2.0.
But they're all winners.
Yeah, they're all winners, yeah.
Okay, well, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
He doesn't buy green bananas either.
No, you're right. I don't. Absolutely not.
Well, congratulations on that, Mike. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, so euro yen, we're going to let that cook. I see no reason why it shouldn't give us a spread another 3 pips past this point. But this is why I like futures a little bit better than spot currency, because with futures you don't have that 3 pip spread. It's more like one tick. So it'll get to my price, then someone's got to buy my price, and then I'm out of the trade. Let's take a look at euro dollar, and I'll try to work on recording a couple of those sessions. Mike, I think you had
you like what you do in the S&P? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's nothing we can do here except sit and wait.
I'm just waiting for Candle
Okay,
for the
so
S&P to come.
pound yen. We're waiting for the close of this candle. At the new candle, I'll take a pound yen short. Based on what we saw before, we've got the divergence here. Okay, and really need to get past this, but we'll see because that's locked everything up here. This high of that box from the overnight. Uh, when's the next candle, boy? Seems like it should have been 5 minutes already. All
Just
right,
now.
there we go. Yep, new order, sell, and my take profit. My stop I'll put up here at this little shelf up here, right there. That's that shelf right there. And close this and bring this down here to, can't see that, bring it down here to 10 pips down here. All right, so that's it. All right, and this euro yen. Now again, Mike would have been out of this a long time ago,
Oh yeah.
but I'm sitting here waiting for this thing just to give me the spread. But that's what you just have to do it. If I set this and walked out the door, it would do whatever it's going to do. You follow me? But the fact that you're sitting here looking at it, your psychology becomes different. So I try to adopt a psychology. Once my stops are in, move on to something else because there's really nothing else I can do about it. And it's kept me in a lot of trades I normally would have bailed on, but it does take a little bit of discipline. And discipline is a muscle like any other. You got to exercise it in order for it to get strong. Let's take a look at New Zealand yen. Pound Aussie, dollar CAD. Let's take a look at dollar CAD. And this is just not a big day for the market to move around.
It's like watching paint dry some of these today.
Yeah, well, I mean, that happens. And especially if I'm only waiting for my signals. Oh, this is beautiful. But that's not going to go anywhere.
Blue news in 28 minutes.
Okay. Oh, I want to take this, but I'm going to knock this down to a 0.1 because it's.
Yeah, the news is CAD.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Let me bail on this.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to take it and grab 1 or 2 pips down to the 18 here. Yeah, this happens. And with this, the B-band system, one of the reasons that I moved to something else, even though this is really, really a good system, is that sometimes you got to sit and really wait. Like this, for all intents and purposes, wants to go short, let's say, because we're in a down market, but I gotta wait until this finishes and then we cross that B-band center, then I'll get a yellow arrow. So you may sit here all day and not all day, but sometimes you'll sit for a while and not see much. Let's go back to euro yen. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of, just a pullback. And remember, this is something, Robert, just so you know, a lot of times like these trades will be up 3, 4, 5 pips, but if it doesn't tag my number, I'll sit and wait on it. And like Michael will be in and out, he will have taken the profit already.
Oh.
So again,
5 times.
yeah. So again, do what works for you. You follow me?
Yeah.
Because the setups are easy to see. Well, at least the setups that we use here, and everybody's taken what we've done and tweaked a bit and adopted a little something here or there. So Michael's charts will look different than mine, but the general premise we're working on is usually the same.
So what is your B-band settings?
5.
5?
Yeah, let me just show you. It's 5 offset, 5 with a deviation 1. The
Okay.
Signal is 2 and the line is 0. I'm assuming that you have the indicator.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Ah. So you see collectively we're down 33 bucks, which is basically 3 pips on a standard account. So you're in enough trades that you've got some action going, but you're by no stretch of the imagination risking the house. You're not risking the farm on anything. This is the other piece of discipline that took me a while to learn, because everything I kept doing was I got to be rich now. I got to be rich now. And after I took a couple of $1,000 accounts and blew them up to be considerably larger accounts, I really became an advocate of discipline and a day at a time. But until then, I was just wanting to get the biggest trades I could, right then and there. And that might not have been the smartest thing to do. And once you build an account, then you can get the bigger trades, but only because you can trade a larger lot size, not because you're going for more pips. Okay, let's just see here. Let me go back to Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie is well, we haven't made a new high or a new low yet. And the set and forget trade was going to be the euro dollar. I think that euro dollar 1 hour, was it? Let me go back to the 1 hour chart. Euro dollar. Oh yeah, the euro dollar short. My bias is short, but I'm expecting this should come back up here again. So we're going to play this 1 euro dollar trade out, but this would be my set and forget. And this is where that trend line EA would come in handy right now, because you can put a trend line on the bottom and the top and preset everything and then just walk away, and then come back and see what you have. There's your 2.5, Mike. And then, sometimes we even had the opposite thing happen too, where I remember Rob made a statement. He got a bit frustrated because he's taking the exact same trades I took and he was losing money, but I was making money on the exact same trades only because of a difference in management. You know what I'm saying? So that difference in style can certainly go both ways. All right, so we're back to our foreign change on this euro yen, is it? Yeah, let's take a look at that. And so it's got to give me 8. I know this is just hurting Michael's heart.
I have a saying, Lou, never let a winner turn into a loser.
Well, yeah, and I've done that a number of times, as you've all seen, just out of running my mouth or get distracted or whatever. But I will just let it cook. I think it's 5.1 pips is what this was. Let me just see what this take profit was, because I don't remember. Gee, I hate to move it because then it well, it's got to give me 3.5 pips from here, basically. It's got to come a long way down. It's got to come down to about here. Yeah, that's a long way to go for that. Let's go look at pound yen, which gave us a short signal earlier, and we'll move pound yen up. All right, pound yen is still a viable short, but it's going to be slow. Now I know how to get this to run down really quick, and I think you all know that secret, right?
Yeah, get out.
Yep, all I gotta do is close the trade and this thing will drop 50 pips in a heartbeat. All right, so this is just paint drying stuff going on. Let's go out to the 1 hour and let's see if we can find a couple of set and forgets.
But, Lou, why don't you get out and I'll get in? So one of us can make some money.
Yeah, that is an idea. Let me see back on the 1 hour chart. So let's go CAD yen. Yeah, this looks like it really wants to come back down here. Okay, that could be a set and forget candidate. And remember, we wanted to see if this is going to be 3 equal sized bars here. And it doesn't appear that it's going to be 3 equal sized bars, at least not yet on the 1 hour.
Oh, to show somebody just putting entries in?
Yeah, well, the type of entries, yeah, where they're trying to dump a lot of pairs, dump a lot of lots, I should say. So you guys show us your trades one day, Mike.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so this is that bounce here that was good. So what we're waiting for here is a turnaround on New Zealand dollar. So I kind of like this. And let me see, where would my stop would go here? That's a 28 pip stop. That's not bad on a 1 hour chart.
20.
What's that?
20.
What did I say? I said 28. Oh no, about a 20 pip stop. Yeah. Squeeze this in a little bit. And let's see what this level here is, about a 40. That might be our set and forget right here. This New Zealand dollar.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, let's take it now and make it a 2.5.
Yeah, this could be a yeah. Well, you said set and forget, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And what, that's 21. I want to go I'll go 25. I want to go just above this, add the spread to that level. That's about a 24 pip stop. And I want to do a 50 pip take profit and double our risk.
Yeah. Well, there's real good supply demand zone down there too, around 80.
Down in here?
66.80, just above there.
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, yeah. Let me go back here. Let's take a look at these other trades.
That demand zone looks good in the 15-minute too, because it's right about there.
All right. Something stopped out, or did we lose a trade? That pound yen, I think it was, got stopped. Yeah, sure did. Came all the way back. I don't know that it was ever up very much at all. Let me see. No, because if this was our entry, it never really went anywhere. It went about a pip in our direction and turned around. All right, but we've got other trades that'll get that back for us, so we'll have to let those do their thing. Let's go back to Euro Yen. It's just a slow day. And let's go to New Zealand dollar we already know about. And let's go to Euro dollar. All right, Euro dollar still, we're going to get a down arrow here, it looks like. And I'll leave these open when the day is over. I got my 10 o'clock thing. Okay, we've got a dollar yen long. It's trying to tell us about. Let's take a look at that. Dollar yen. Okay, that must be some pre-news thing going on.
Well, all the news in 15 minutes is all CAD.
Okay. And we're not in any CAD pairs, no. And these are all facing the right direction. If euro dollar is short, the New Zealand dollar should be going short also. And euro yen should be moving the same way as euro dollar. So they're all lined up properly now. It's just a matter if the market will be cooperative.
In fact, the CAD could see something here. Particularly, this is a rate statement,
Oh, really?
monetary policy, and then Monday they had national,
Let's take a look at
national elections.
dollar CAD. Well, we've got, this is a good long signal at the close of this candle. Let me go to a 1 minute. Let me go down to a 1 minute and see what we have. And same thing on a one. Oh, I will grab this on a 1 minute. Now, the spread is a mile away, but we're right at these highs. So that, even though it's a few minutes before the news, that's worth a little stab at. Yeah, and that's a good signal. We're 18 above the 89, the 55. And now our yen is back in profit again after turning its back on us for a moment. Oh, come on, give me that damn spread. Come on. Oh, this is like, I think I'm just gonna, oh, come on. Oh, 4.8. Ah, gee, it gave me the 5. Oh, we got a gap. Oh, you know what? I'll take the 3.5. Anytime you get a gap like that, that's a bit unnerving. But now it's going to fall 40 pips, so we should be okay. Our euro dollar is moving in our direction now. You see how that gap pulled that right back? Oh, I'm on a 1 minute chart. That's why everything looks so bizarre. That was interesting, that 1 minute gap. And our dollar CAD is in profit, and our New Zealand dollar is in profit. Go to New Zealand, and that's looking good. And do I have my take profit in here? That's a stop loss. Where's the take profit? Oh, New Zealand dollar is the set and forget trade, right? That's the one that's set and forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
And dollar CAD was anticipation of the news. And euro dollar. So let's go to euro dollar. It's the only one we can really manage at the moment. And there's really nothing to manage. You just have to sit on it. And let me put in a dollar CAD. I didn't put in take profits or stops or anything. I'm going to go to the mid pivot right here on the event that we get a blast. All right, and I want to put my stop right below here at 10 pips, just in case. All right, so we're looking at a possibility of 35 with a risk of 10. I can live with that. Okay, so now it's a matter of just waiting to see what's going to happen with the news. This looks like a little pre-news thing.
Well, dollar yen just a little spike there on the 15-minute chart.
Dollar yen. Oh, wow, yeah. Well, it's 5-minute chart, but I see the spike you're talking about for sure.
The current day range is only 33 though, so that's still only like 5 pips.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, no, it's been really, really poor lately.
All right. Well, everything's pointing in the right direction. Like I said, it's just
The euro dollar's going in the right direction. It's finally broken daily open line. We got a red daily candle at the moment, so.
All right.
Gold versus the dollar's tanking.
Oh, that's good to know. Oh, I have to not Forex Broker Inc. Forex Pro is who I have to call today because they have all the indices. They have all the stuff that we're looking for. You know, gold, oil, DAX, and all that.
Yeah.
But the demo expired. Let me just make a note of that. FX Pro. And I had a demo with them. So you got 5 on your dollar CAD, Mike.
I didn't take dollar CAD.
Oh, okay.
It's not a pair I trade.
Oh, gotcha. I was just trading just the signal. Like I said, that's what we're trading today. It's only the signal.
Yeah. Your pound dollar, all your what do you call that indicator? Your signal bars indicator. That's all green. Beautiful.
Yeah. On which pair?
Dollar yen.
Oh, let me go look at dollar yen. Yeah.
All your signal bar stuff up the top. There
Yep.
is
Yep.
nicely green.
We got 10 minutes till the news. And the dollar is at 6.7 and the yen is at 4.3. So that's enough of a difference to make it a good trade. We just missed this entry right here.
Yeah.
And this would have been a good entry here.
Mm-hmm.
With a 2-pip spread, you'd have had 2.5 pips or so by then. What pair was that? That was euro yen, the one we got out of. Yeah, that was this one. Yeah, we took the 3.5 because it kept. No, that wasn't it. What was that pair that kept farting with us? It was euro yen. Yeah, it was euro yen. But we took the 3.5 because it kept dancing down there and wouldn't just go all the way. Let's go back to dollar CAD because that's where the news is going to be. All right, that's actually a good sign. Nice pullback after 3 decent candles up. Don't want it to pull back too far. We can watch the spread here too, see what happens with that. We've got a signal on New Zealand yen, or pop up, I should say, on New Zealand yen. So let's go back there. Okay, that's going into no man's land, so there's nothing there I'm really interested in. I'd be more interested in a short there than anything else. Yeah, all New Zealand yen. So I want to keep an eye on dollar CAD for the news. And see what happens. Euro dollar is still floating back and forward between positive and negative, so it's dancing right at our, oh, that's the spread. So we're at entry plus the spread. That's why we're up 1, down 1. All right, I'm still looking at this to come down here. And the other two are just, New Zealand dollar is long term. And the only one is, I just want to watch the news and the spread on this. See what happens. And we're, 5 minutes before the news? Oh, this came back a whole lot. And it's the interest rate decision you said on the CAD?
Yeah.
All right.
No change is expected, but that's also the whatever the meeting notes, whatever they call it.
Oh, okay, yeah, similar to our FOMC or beige book. Okay, well, we got stopped on the CAD. Now we have to wait for the news to see if we can get that back.
Yeah, and I'm curious how that's going. If it's strong enough, if it will affect the Aussie and the Kiwi, the Australian and New Zealand dollar.
Let's see what New Zealand dollar is doing. Well, New Zealand's in a real tight range, so whatever this little blurb was on the dollar CAD apparently didn't carry over.
And a big price trap on the 15-minute chart.
On what, dollar CAD?
No, New Zealand dollar.
Ah. Oh yeah, a couple of them in there. All right, well, we'll wait and see. I want to go back to dollar CAD, and this is just the slow part. It looks like they were just looking at my stop and just say, look, he's got to stop there. And that's what I used to think. But sure enough, I mean,
It's got your name on it, Lou.
I know, but you see that my stop was right down here, and that plus the spread. And I used to think that all the time. And now it's going to go right back. But again, you know, I tend to put tighter stops. I do take more stops than a lot of other people do. Normally the stop would go down here plus the spread. So my stop would have been down here. I'd still be in the trade, but I didn't want to pay that much for the trade. And if it breaks this high, okay, let's go back to new order, and I'm going to make this a 0.50 on this dollar CAD. And close that. What in the world was that? We've got a raccoon invasion out here. As long as they don't fall on my chimney anymore, I can live with them.
Just keep a little fire going in there. That'll keep them away.
Yeah, that's how I found the last one. I went to set a fire, and the damn I couldn't get the flue open, so I got one of my pry bars from my job and forced it up in the flue, and finally the flue gave, and just the tail came dangling down where I could see it. Oh yeah. Luckily it was like really cold, so it hadn't started to stink and all that yet. But my house has a couple of different levels of roof. So I had to go rent a ladder to get up to the main roof, and then take a 6-foot ladder to get up to the other roof, and then take a smaller ladder to go up on. Well, I actually pulled the other ladder up and to go up and look down the chimney. And I dropped the rope down and tied it to the tail, and I tried to pull it up, hoping that the tail wouldn't break. And I started to pull the raccoon up, and it got stuck. So I would force it, pull it and let it go, pull it and let it go. And then the flue actually collapsed, and the whole raccoon and everything fell down into the house. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun that afternoon.
When that tail first dropped down, did you mess yourself?
Actually, no. I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay.
It scared me at first, but then after that, I thought it was kind of comical. I figured he must have been up there drunk one night, not paying attention to where he was walking,
Yeah.
and just stumbled in. And I called the animal control and,
You ever
911.
see those videos?
Of what?
I was gonna say, you ever see those videos of like the squirrels drinking the apple cider and they're just like wasted, or the pigeons? It's pretty.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that. That's a pretty cool trick, though. I like that.
Yeah, they eat the fermented either pumpkins or apples, and they just like get wasted off them, and they just pass out and stuff. It's real funny.
Oh, I have to look for that now.
Yeah, YouTube it sometime. They're all over.
So is it drunken squirrels or just
Yeah, like off like apples or pumpkins, and I've also seen videos of pigeons doing the same thing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm surprised there's not one or two of me out there from a few years ago.
All right, we got 1 minute to news. Our spread is still 3 and change. This New Zealand dollar is the long-term one, so we're not going to touch that. That's a 20 pip stop. So, and this thing is going to creep right back up again. I think. There it goes. Spread went to 5, which is not bad at all. I don't know what the nature of the news was. It's dancing. Let me go out to a 15. Still dancing. And now we've got a short signal disappeared.
There we go, news.
Yeah, that's the news doing its thing right now. But our spread only went to 5, so that's still not bad at all. What was the news? Was it neutral?
Let's see.
Yeah. Well, the rate was unchanged.
Oh, unchanged. That was expected then.
Yeah, and then other than that, it's just BOC monetary policy report and rate statement. So nothing else. Next thing we have is 1030 crude oil inventories dollar.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, all that hoopla is over.
Oh. No, it's...
And I don't have a signal anyway. Let me go back to the 5, see if there's a signal there.
You're right,
No.
Darryl. That CAD news has certainly affected the Aussie dollar. That started dropping now.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
in
yeah, let's take a look.
that Kiwi trade, too, and that thing's dropping at me. It's trying to break the low.
Oh, okay.
Well, Kiwi's got S1 right there, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's looks like it's going to close below it. Next target would be that 00 right here, 2700. So let's go back to dollar CAD. And there we go. Well, I would have been stopped out anyway. You see this wick came all the way down here. So even had I stayed in it, I would have been, the trade would have been stopped out actually. Let's go down to a 1 minute, see if there's a way in. Come on. No, not really. That was a few minutes ago. That was like 5 minutes ago it had a signal.
Hey, Lou,
Yeah.
what are your levels on your chart?
These yellow lines,
Yeah,
those are 100 pips apart.
okay.
And they're all the 00 levels, like 3100, 3200, 3300,
Okay.
all prime levels. Okay, so much for the excitement. And I picked a mid pivot point, and that would have been hit right here. From that initial entry, I was looking at the mid pivot about 30 pips, but this wick would have came and got me anyway. I actually would have got me before the wick because the spread went to 5. So I had the call right, but my stop would have been too tight. And there's no place here, logical place I could have put it where I would have been in the trade except all the way down here, and that wasn't going to happen. All right, I'm going to leave these 2 trades open, this euro dollar. Still looking for this to go short. Our stop is right in here. All right, and the New Zealand dollar is actually a long term based on the 1 hour chart. And I'm going to leave that in. All right, so I won't be here tomorrow. You guys can monitor it or whatever if it starts to look good. And we'll pick this up again Friday.
Okay, Lou.
All right, I'll try to update the videos later today. All right.
Very good.
All right. Another trading day. Wasn't exciting, but it was. They're always informative.
Yep.
And I will check in with you guys later. And maybe Friday you can show us some of your trades, Mike.
Yeah, sure.
All right. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Own Rich PC. I must be Richard from the other day. We missed you, Rich. We're going to close up shop for today, but I will be back here Friday.
Okay,
All right.
sorry, I slept in late.
Well, not a problem. Done that a few hundred times myself. So I will talk to you guys later, and I'll update the videos before the end of the day. All right.
Thanks a lot, Lou.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, cheers, Lou.
Bye.